My dear friends, greetings to you. I'm here with you today to share with you the topic for the day, the poor, the treasure of the church. Normally, when you speak about the poor, the common perception is they are lazy, they are useless. That's the way we look at them. In the reading in the letter of St. James is telling the poor are rich in faith. They are the heirs to the kingdom of God, and they love. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, Matthew adds one interesting point: poor in spirit. Do we love the poor? Generally, we open the purse, drop something, and we also try to avoid them. Do we see the faith they have? Do we see the spirit to turn to God as they do? The Prophet Amos, in chapter 2, 6 to 7, he says, rich people sell the virtuous person for silver, and a poor man for a pair of sandals or slippers. Amos is telling them, you will be destroyed for abusing the poor and the virtuous person around. In the letter to the Romans, St. Paul is saying, in your community, make sure that you have a place for the poor. Because Paul was aware the presence of poor in the community is a source to come to grips with God. The poor have a way of having faith, and they are near to God, and they draw people to God. I have two simple examples to tell. A person who is simple and poor in spirit, and a person who feels he knows everything, has nothing to listen. The first man was regularly in the morning going to the grotto of Our Lady to pray, and he comes back home. One day I called him and said, I see you going to the grotto, but I don't see you coming to the chapel and spend time with the Lord in front of the Blessed Sacrament. I gave an explanation as to what is the grotto, what is the Blessed Sacrament. From that day onwards, every morning he is in front of the Blessed Sacrament. He listened. Another person, he came for Mass. I gave him communion. He took the communion, and with the communion in the hand, he turned to the Blessed Sacrament to venerate. I told him, what you are having in your hand is Jesus. why are you turning to the Blessed Sacrament? It is not necessary. If we thought it, I have been doing this all my life, meaning that I will never stop this. He did not have the attitude to listen. So, my dear friends, the poor are a treasure for the church. If we look with an eye of faith, we can see that they have faith, and you push us also to faith. They are telling us we are on the way to be with God, and we become strong in our love for God, love for one another. So, my dear friends, they are the treasure for the church. Let us treasure them. God bless you all.